Hi everyone, welcome to Water Tanks with Stewie JP. I'm Stewie and this is the final video on Clan Wars, the 5th campaign, Steel Corridor. This one featuring Anzac for this replay. It's been sent to me by Nate Palmer, but this is from Dr. Yoda Biscuit's point of view, and he's driving his trusty old T11 OE3 yet again. And of course on the last video, the second battle was on Prokhorovka. And these two battles are both on Prokhorovka, but both against different clans. The first battle is up against Rebels. Rebels, they're, I believe they're from the Philippines. And they're another quite active Clan Wars clan. And you can see the bat chat. I'm not sure if that was Maestro or Black Hearts, but the bat chat doing a bit of a run around in the middle. They've lit a number of heavy tanks down the central western part of the map, and it looks like this is going to be an all-in brawl straight down the 1-2 line. It looks like this is a strategy that Anzac tend to enjoy. Absolutely smashing the one line. Of course, Rebel, there's his first shot, 690 hit points of damage. Rebel going with a medium and a heavy lineup, and of course Anzac going for 2 artilleries, a few Jagdpanzer E100s, some grills, a Death Star, and 5 medium tanks. 2-1 is the score. Unfortunately, the old mate Money Shot and Mobius got taken out in that little skirmish because the Rebel have pushed straight into the Anzac lads, and therefore lighting up everyone, including the artillery. Dr. Yoda Biscuit setting the Object 140 on fire and killing the Russian medium tank, and he's backing up here. He doesn't want to get flanked by these mediums, otherwise it'll be good night Irene. 5-6 is the score. A bit of a close battle here, and you can see those other TDs seem to have that T62 under control. Dr. Yoda Biscuits auto-aiming a fair bit here. Thought he was going to get the kill shot on that Leopard 1, but not quite in time. You can see he's done 2,388 hit points of damage already, and he's looking for the Cupola on the T11 OE5. Very accurate shooting there, taking him down to a one-shot, and Midi in his Jag taking out the Tier 10 American heavy tank. And now he's paying his attention to the IS-7, but exposing his side a little bit there to those American heavy tanks. So he's pulling back, and Maestro Piggy letting his team know that he's going to go to the cap. Probably just in case. Searching for another shot on the Cupola and landing it again. Nate Palmer in the grill picks up a kill against one of the American heavy tanks. 9-6 is the score, and looks like Maestro's changed his mind, and on 44 hit points over here on the railway tracks, looks like he's going to be sniping away from up there in relative obscurity. 4,500 hit points from Dr. Yoda Biscuits as he puts another shot into the T11 OE5. But 10-7 it's still reasonably tight, bearing in mind the bat chat is pretty much out of the game, and now it looks like the bat chat's running towards the cap just in case. But with that kill 11-8, you'd think they'd have it all wrapped up now, even though the T11 OE5s have plenty of armour, so does this T11 OE3 and the Jagdpanzer. And of course the Death Star not doing too bad either. Another interesting auto aim into the Object 140, bounces a shot from the IS-7, which is absolutely... that's an awesome feeling when you do that in a tank destroyer. And now there's just 2 tanks left down here. Big Iron Daddy, I think he's about to get sent back to the garage. He puts a shot in there, bring his total damage up to 6,233 going by Aslane's damage counter. The Jag is just going straight for the IS-7, rams him, takes him down to 133, and Dr. Yoda Biscuit says, I'll have that kill. I'll make that kill number 4 as they go around looking for the last tank. It's an artillery, and of course in the 916 update it shows you the direction it came from, and the bat chat lights up the Conqueror, but of course the bat chats are too fast for everyone else, and Maestro Piggy and the Conqueror killed each other. Maybe he rammed him, maybe he did the ram kill to confirm the win. But it was an absolute ripper game from the boys from Anzac on Prokhorovka. It's a comprehensive victory, even though it was looking pretty tight at some stage, and Dr. Yoda Biscuits in his T11 OE3 having an absolute ripper game, damaging and killing all those tanks and topping the damage counter quite comfortably with 6,370 hit points of damage, 4 kills, but it is a team game. Plenty of other people did plenty of damage as well. Those big heavy guns on the tank destroyers pumping out the damage, plenty over 2 and 3,000 hit points of damage score. Napalm having a ripper game in his grill as well, and looks like it's a win for ANZAF, and going by the title that Napalm has given to the uploading the replay thing, Memstrat all the way to the land game, and it looks like they did pretty well on Prokhorovka. As we move on to the fourth and final game, this time it's from Napalm's point of view, and he's not stuffing around this time. He's gone straight for the old trusty Japanese medium tank, the SDB-1, and again a totally different lineup from ANZAF, which is good to see. It's, even though it's sometimes it's you might have a strategy that's working well, like those heavy tank destroyers was working quite well for them in the previous games, but looking at this one, they're going with something totally different just to keep the enemy off guard. Of course, they're against VAF in this replay, Vietnam Armed Forces, and Napalm using the low profile of his tank to get up and around, up and over these little ridge lines, and of course the profile is so low on the Japanese medium tank. Look how low it is. It's probably going to be pretty hard for the enemy tanks to shoot him, and he's got himself into a pretty good position here, and so has ANZAF in general. They're really getting stuck into these enemy heavy tanks. That the VAF guys have gone for IS-7s with an IS-4, a couple of E5s, and some Russian mediums. Looks like the Russian mediums have just gone all the way up the 7 line on the other side of the railway track. So ANZAF, knowing that they have a numerical advantage in the middle, have just gone, your beauty, will get stuck right into these heavy tanks and get them out of the game. Give ourselves the best advantage we can have. 3-1 is the score. 4-1 now. This is going to be a quick game. We can see it now. Now the VAF guys are capping. They can obviously see where all the ANZAF players are, and with only one IS-7 left, Napalm is doing the right thing and focusing on the cap, and as he gets a shot, just gets that shot into the Object 140, but now is, as he reloads, looks for a shot onto the other Object 140, and as they're trying to cap, he does the right thing and he changes targets, looking for a shot just to make sure they don't get a sneaky cap out of this. But ANZAF are really winning the vision game here and keeping those tanks lit up. That shot goes into the carcass of one of the dead Russian medium tanks, but with the score on 10-3, you'd think they've got it covered. Those two Object 140s attacking that Object 140 in the north, as you can see in the mini-map, and Napalm on full health, or pretty much full health, is going to chase the French medium auto-loader, the Batchat, tipping that Batchat is not quite fully loaded. That's probably why he's running around and not putting up much of a fight. The Conqueror gun carrier gets lit, and what's that Conqueror gun carrier doing? What's he doing? This replay was actually sent to Wargaming as a complaint because it looks like an intentional suicide, but Napalm aiming at getting a shot into the Conqueror gun carrier, leaving on 147 hit points. Can his reload beat the drown? He can't. That's what these bloody clickers, that's what they do. And of course that went into a report to Wargaming, a comprehensive win against Vietnam Armed Forces, 15-3, featuring the ANZAF lads. As we have another look at the post-game battle results, Napalm are having a pretty big game, lighting a few tanks and damaging plenty. And even though he did nearly 3,000 hit points of damage, still plenty of people beat him in the scoreboard. That M60 again doing over 3,000 damage, and a good spread of damage by the ANZAF guys, and that's how you win Clan Wars, by making sure everybody does their bit, puts out a bit of damage, and ends up winning the game. But all in all, a pretty good result from ANZAF on Prokhorovka. They obviously love that map and had a ripper all the way to winning those reward tanks. Anyway, that's it for the Clan Wars Season 5 Steel Corridor campaign, ANZAF versus Rebel and VAF on Prokhorovka. Thanks very much everybody for the replays you've sent. Skims, Skull, Napalm and Dr. Yoda Biscuit in the E3. Thanks for watching everyone. Take care and see you all next time.